Soul Train. Hey, y'all good?
This whole train.
Welcome back to another episode of the Savage Patriots.
Happy post Thanksgiving.
Trips.
Yeah, how was the food? Everyone ate good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm eating leftover friggin' deviled eggs.
Cheese.
Yeah. Proteins.
I just finished my turkey, and that turkey was, man, I did good. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that one. I did really good.
Oh, I actually made a beef Wellington.
Oh, nice. That's fancy.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
fancy.
And then we had duck, beef Wellington, turkey, everything else. Not turkey, but duck, ham, and beef Wellington, and lamb. So we had all the
Beans, greens, tomatoes, haters.
chicken.
I hate it because I hate it.
You're mad.
In any case, we're going to be discussing the explosion on the Rainbow Bridge. It sounds almost like it's a cartoon or something. And expecting Dora the Explorer to show up or something or the other. We're going to be doing a little bit of a conspiracy twist to it, since they're saying nothing happened. That's,
Why not?
the Liam Neeson, it's Leslie Nielsen. We're nothing to see here. Please move along. Please move along while everything is burning behind him. Nothing to see here.
Mostly
so
peaceful.
We're gonna break all that down as soon as we can. So please don't leave us. We'll be right back. All right.
I got a good video for us to react to. It's our favorite Harry Stinson or whatever the hell his name is.
Stinson.
Stinson.
Headline Harry?
Yeah.
Headline
Yeah,
Harry.
that guy.
Oh,
Might as well
Harry.
call him now.
We might as
Oh,
well
yeah.
listen to him while we
Was
talk
it
about
about the crash?
What's he
Oh yeah,
talking-
it's about the crash.
Oh,
Oh
good.
yeah. Yes.
Let's
Yes.
see what
Harry.
headline Harry.
Let's open. Do you have him ready? Let's
Harry.
open with him.
You want to
Yeah,
open it with it? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do
let's
little
do it.
Harry.
Let's do Harry.
He's very educated.
Yeah, it's basically Fox News and Republican media are terrible. Just look at what happened today.
God.
That's the title for you.
Okay,
What a
before you press
freaking
play,
tool.
you see that face? People, that is the face of uneducation.
Yeah.
No, that's the
Just
face of
want you to know it.
propaganda.
All right, here you go. Let's hear him.
All right, let's
You
listen.
want to see how garbage Fox News and Republican media is? Well, look no further than what happened at Niagara Falls in New York today. You folks probably saw that a car sped and crashed into a checkpoint at the northern border today, killing 2 people inside the car. And all of the media outlets were covering it, but you know how Fox News covered it? Moments after it happened, they ran this headline saying, "Source: New York explosion is attempted terror attack." They were trying to claim that this was terrorism. But as we learned more, we realized that Fox News and the Republicans on social media saying it was an act of terror are wrong. The U.S. Attorney for the Western District of New York said that there was no indication of terrorism. So did the governor of New York. And Fox News then slowly walked back their claims. After saying it was a car full of explosives, they then said, oh yeah, there's actually no evidence that the car was full of explosives. And then after calling it an act of terror, they downgraded it to a fiery vehicle crash. And they're not even sticking with any of their original reporting. It was all false. And as it appears now, based on the evidence we have, there were no explosives. It was not an act of terror. And in fact, it was a 56-year-old man who lived in a very upscale area that had intended to go to a Kiss concert tonight. He was driving a $300,000 Bentley with his wife. CNN is saying it looks like a terrible accident, which is what the authorities are saying as well. So instead of waiting for all the facts to come out and hear from the authorities and their investigation, no. Fox News just made the claim that it was an act of terror and that there were explosives and all this stuff. They wanted to incite fear in the American people. They're such garbage. They're not a reputable news source. Fox News always goes after young people for getting our news on TikTok, but nobody should get their news from Fox News, and that's the truth.
Yeah,
Nope,
this is
just
the reason why.
propaganda.
This is the reason why we call him Headline Harry. He read all of that verbatim without any sort of
No deep dive. No deep dive.
Yeah.
No.
That's
He
amazing.
read tweets as his.
Oh my God, that guy.
Believe all authorities.
Believe him. Believe
Source-
the governor.
trust me, bro.
They're all
Trust me.
credible
Wait.
sources.
Isn't he the same guy that ran with the insurrection thing as it was happening?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So he didn't wait
there's-
for he didn't wait for the info then though, but it was
No.
Oh,
Or
okay.
with any mass shooting, it's always a white person that did it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
that too.
that's
Oh.
different. Yeah.
A white supremacist.
That's
Who did
what
it?
it is. It's always a white supremacist, not just any supremacist, a white one. Oh no, sorry, my bad. Because now supremacist can also be black and Iranian
Mexican.
and Hispanic.
Does he look white enough? Then he's white.
White enough
If
supremacist.
he's white adjacent, we got him good. He's a white
Yeah.
supremacist. So I
Does
guess
he-
Michael, we're not
Black
exempt.
melanin.
I guess we are white supremacists.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I thought you
You,
can be a black white
they believe
supremacist,
that,
right?
man.
I
They
What's
believe
that,
it.
Jay?
I thought you can be a black white supremacist.
Yeah,
Right?
apparently
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
You can. You can be the black face of white supremacy. Didn't you know?
No,
Right.
man, look.
a la Larry Elder.
But it's just funny to me that these people will sit there and lie to your face all day and say they're reputable news sources. And the minute Fox News F's it up, they're like, no, this is why you can never trust the Republican media. It's like, dude, you lied for years about Trump and Russiagate. Come on.
Oh,
Like you're a reputable news source when you're like out here, especially Rachel Maddow going, we have the documents. He is a traitor to this country. You know, like that whole business.
You know what I hear every time I hear them talk? I hear Arnold Schwarzenegger on Mars.
The eye popping scene.
or freaking the peanuts.
Jeez.
Wah, 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 wah. Just like
So we have footage of said explosion, or at least a car crash, and I think we should roll it for them so people can see what the and if you can make it a little bit bigger than you did last time, that'd be great, sir. Bring that
Give
beautiful-
me a second. I'm gonna bring it up. It's on our
I want
red
people
page.
to witness the glory of this here, and let me know when you're going to press play, sir.
Yep.
You want to back it up? Back it up.
Yep.
Back it up.
All right,
back it up?
here's the beginning. And this is
Go
like a
for it.
raw surveillance video from the local news outlet.
Okay.
Now that the ramp was finished, General Lee was raring to take off like the Yankees at Manassas.
I timed it pretty
Yeah,
good.
straight up Dukes of Hazard.
It's just a good old boy.
Didn't mean it no harm.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my
People were terrible.
question.
People
Okay?
died.
That's okay. Here's a. I didn't know them, so it's no. Not that.
Yeah.
How fast do you have to be going to traverse almost 300 yards in the air? First, and secondly, how fast do you have to be going before that location
Put in
and
a-
lose brakes to still be going that fast after?
He's probably doing 70.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, they said he's
Easily.
52 years old, right?
55, whatever. Someone
55. What was the purpose of going? Like, what was the purpose of going that fast for one near a checkpoint?
It's a Kiss concert. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, here we got to bring up the this is one of the latest ones. Is like 58 minutes ago.
bro, it's a
Mm.
Kiss concert. You'd be racing to get to a
Had
Kiss
to get
concert too,
there.
wouldn't you? I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
So I mean, this is what they're claiming. It's like Rainbow Bridge explosion possible because of Niagara Falls crash revealed. An unidentified New York man and his wife's Bentley. That's an interesting one. His wife's Bentley may have suffered a mechanical failure as it approached the Niagara Falls crossing. So like the brakes got cut.
Going
That could
towards
be
the
possible.
checkpoint.
Maybe this is an assassination, right? Let's think. Let's go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. So if it's not a terrorist attack,
Mhm.
it's an assassination. Who was this guy? Who was the guy driving the Bentley? Right?
No names, huh?
Yeah, no, they have not been identified. It says so in the article down here. Is they have still yet to be identified.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't know
Bentley
his
couple. Oh wait, no, here they are. They finally identified on Friday as Kurt P. Villani
Villani.
and Monica Villani.
We're gonna find out who this guy was.
Who is Kurt?
He is somebody important because, hey, I mean, a Bentley,
Yeah.
mechanical issues. I mean, that's an expensive car, man. They just don't have mechanical issues like that. You know? Was
Here is
It doesn't-
here's
it doesn't
Kurt
say-
right here. This is
was it a
Kurt.
suicide?
I don't know, but this
with
is
his
Kurt.
wife.
You ready? You ready
Maybe.
for Kurt?
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
He looks
That's Kurt.
important.
Now, first of all, does he look like the kind of guy that'd be speeding?
No.
He doesn't even look like
Probably
a guy
not,
that'll
man.
attend a Kiss concert.
He doesn't. He looks like Santa Claus. He plays Santa Claus at the local
You know,
mall.
You bring
You
up
know?
a very good point, Lee. He does
He
not
doesn't-
look like a Kiss concert guy, but
No.
you never know. He might be living
I
his
mean-
best life in his old age.
Yes. Midlife
Um,
crisis though, going to a Kiss concert with his wife in a Bentley. I mean,
Do you have his LinkedIn?
Yeah, like we need to find Kurt's LinkedIn.
Yeah,
and see who he
his
was.
link- Let's see. Let's go down a rabbit hole here.
This is funny because like before we started, they said it was yet to be identified, and just as we started, they released the press release for this, saying this is who it is. Like literally just came out.
Monica said he worked for the federal government. We'll see.
Yeah, let's see. I'm sure.
Okay, so he was going at 100 miles an hour.
Is that what they're saying?
Mm-hmm. The speed limit there is.
It's a checkpoint, probably like 20.
Let's see here. I want to see what the speed limit is on that. I'm going to go on a limb and say it's probably between 45 and 50.
Yeah,
That's
Through
what
the
I'm gonna
checkpoint?
Huh?
Through the checkpoint?
Well, where the checkpoint is from the map that I'm seeing,
He was opposite. He was up the road a little.
it's across the water,
Mhm.
right? So I'm not quite sure how you'd be going near 100 miles an hour. I can't see. I can't see it. I'm trying to find at least the cameras, because if I can at least find the camera angles, it'll show me at least one spot where the speed limit's shown. Wouldn't you think? No,
Okay,
there's
so-
no way. Okay, one, there's no way that he could be coming at 100 miles an hour. Where this, if you look at the map itself, or even at the pictures of where it was, there's no way he'd be able to get up that fast. If it was brakes, if it was malfunction, you would not be going that quickly to get where he was. I'm sorry, it's not possible.
Someone said in the chat that's not him. Monica.
I'm just telling you what name came up.
It's something we'll have to dig into because I
So
like
get this. This guy, according to reports from CBC in Canada, is this dude. They both own Guise Lumber, which is a lumber store. I guess lumber stores, maybe store in Niagara Falls. I don't know what guy who runs a lumber store owns a Bentley.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's just something we need to look into because
Well, no, there's also reports saying that he owns several Ace Hardware locations and Guise Lumber.
yeah, so he's rich. But that's something we should look into because it just doesn't sound right, man. There's going 100 miles an hour past the checkpoint with his wife. I don't know anybody that drives that crazy with their spouse or even kids in the car. The road looked wet.
It was wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going that fast, was he running from something? Did he know something? There's something there, man.
His wife probably took his phone.
Yeah. Found it.
They're
found his-
driving to the Kiss concert, and she just reaches over, grabs his phone, and starts going through it.
And
That's
he's like,
what it
well,
was.
that's it. We're dead. We're dead. We're just
found
gonna-
his
we're
found
done.
his Tinder profile, and he was like, "Oh."
Okay,
That
so
might be
there's some of the articles are saying that police confirmed that they are looking into whether a Bentley recall has affected the accelerator contributor.
Oh, come
to the wreck.
on.
This recall was by the Australian government lists 2021, 2022 Bentley Continental GTs and Flying Spur models, which apparently he was driving as the impacted vehicles. That's what the reports are
Okay,
saying.
hold on. 2022, right?
2022 Bentley Flying Spur was what he was driving,
And
apparently.
when was the recall issued?
According to it doesn't say.
Because here's the thing: if you have money, and
Plus
you
in
bought one of
2021 by
those
the
cars,
Australian government.
do you know what you keep up on? Maintenance. And you know what you do with maintenance? You check for recalls. There is no way, and I mean, because even I'm broke, and I check for recalls. You don't just drive a car that's spendy and not check for recalls or get it checked on. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah.
No.
This is from 2014. I guess this might have been his dad or something, or I don't know who this person is, but it's not him. Was
Had to
facing
have been
fraud
his
charges.
dad.
Yeah.
What's his name? Carl? Kyle?
No.
Kurt.
Kurt?
Gail. Yeah, the other guy was Kurt Villani.
Gail's his mom, right?
Yeah, I think that's his wife. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Oh no, Gail Villani, somebody else, maybe his sister or something like that, was facing 15 years in prison.
Kurt's mother, Gail, and their 2 children.
Ah, there you go.
So his mama was dealing in something shady.
Maybe.
Yeah, something shady was going on there, man. I'm telling you, that's crazy.
Hold on.
I'll keep digging. I'll keep digging. I'll see if I
Hold
find
on.
anything else.
Okay, I found something. And I want you guys to try and make this make sense. Okay, so we saw where they flew over the cuckoo's nest, right? Okay. You saw how the car flew and where it landed. Okay. This here video is on the bridge. Okay. So you take a look at this and you tell me.
I didn't see
the car. Where's the car?
Gail was his wife.
Hang on.
Sorry.
I didn't see the car though.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I just want to know where the car is. That's all.
Huh.
Yeah, it apparently went poof and exploded into millions of pieces. But here, Gail is his wife. So she was the one facing charges of tax fraud from back in 2014.
Well, hold on a second. Kurt P. Villani is the guy that died, right? Or is it Kurt M?
It's Kurt P. and Gail Villani are the ones that died. Gail was the one that was on that suit that I just pulled up a minute ago.
Okay, got more.
But is it Monica? Who's Monica Villani then?
Don't know. I know who Lorraine is though. So you ready for this one? In 1978, his grandmother Lorraine lost her life after being flung from a boat navigating the Niagara River.
Okay.
That's that white people stuff, man.
Now, okay,
You don't do that on the Niagara Falls.
Now, both Michael and I know something that in that one statement I made. Listen carefully. Location has symbolism. A location has symbolism. If there is something, okay, let's put aside that this is something to do with the government. Okay, let's just put aside that this is something to do with the government. And let's assume that this has something to do with the family.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was an attack on the family. If your grandmother just happens to get flung from a boat at Niagara and you just happen to lose control of your car and both you and your wife die after your wife is having some issue, look, I'm just saying again, sometimes you just got to watch stuff and see it. At some point, you got to start at least connecting some sort of dot, because you can't just tell me all of a sudden now it don't mean nothing.
All right. Another question.
Yeah, dude, there's no way.
Do Bentleys make self-driving cars?
Not yet.
Or is Tesla?
They might. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But
yeah,
according to the LinkedIn for the lumber company, they only have 2 to 10 employees.
Okay.
It's not a large company. Like getting a Bentley as a small
business owner it doesn't have to be. I know guys that don't have companies that have Bentleys.
I know, but looking at the previous tax fraud charges and owning a Bentley, it seems more likely that this place could have been a front for somebody.
Yeah.
See, that's where my logic was going with that. It's like, how does a dude that owns a small lumber store in Niagara Falls afford a Bentley?
Right.
Unless it's a front.
You know what it can lead to? Human trafficking.
Canada side or US side?
I think it's on the U.S. side.
Probably on the U.S. side.
Well,
on both sides. They're probably working together.
Yeah. I mean, if it's the Canada side and it's a front.
Well, no, it's probably both. But I mean, it doesn't matter. It's the point that it's probably a front.
Bentley does not have a self-driving car right now.
How much? Okay, bring up how much that Bentley actually costs, because that's my question. Is how much money?
What's the brand of that car?
Bentley Flying Spur.
A what?
Bentley Flying Spur is what the reports are saying.
That's so ironic. It's not even funny, is it? Flying Spur.
I just want to know.
That's some great commercial right there for Bentley.
$211,000
for a Bentley.
Yes,
for a Bentley. Now, for a guy that owns a small business.
For a car that expensive, I would figure they'd have a self-driving vehicle. You'll see where I'm getting at with this.
Yes, where it could malfunction like that. Yes.
Yeah.
So the 2000. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so if it's a self-driving vehicle and there is something crazy going on with this company, as Corey stated, them being a small company, not making a lot of money, maybe something happened. They found a way to take control of that vehicle, which they can. That's been proven many times that they can take control of these self-driving vehicles. And maybe they took control over it.
Okay.
don't know.
So the U.S. side says they've closed the investigation. The FBI said they've done looking. There's nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. Nothing nefarious. They just lost control of the car. Blam, blam. Thank you, ma'am. However, the Canadian side is still doing their investigation into the car.
Wait, what year was that, Bentley?
2022.
22, but that was only 22, and they don't have a self-driving car yet in 2022.
All right. So apparently, according to Westminster Motors, the common problems that you'll face with Bentleys is brake light failure, suspension systems, engine problems, brake hoses, and that. So brake hoses.
Nothing about accelerators getting stuck.
No, because like brake hose, but this is even it says over 5 years it would break. If this is a new vehicle that was bought, what, 2021 probably, if it's a 22. Right, that's not that old. There's no reason this engine should have failed, and the only other engine problem they have is like gasket leak, which is freaking easy to fix. It's just replace the gasket that's on the headers. It's fine. So, I don't know what mechanical engine problems would happen on a Bentley, no less. Like that would cause it to accelerate and to crash. That doesn't make sense. That's not good for Bentley. They don't want to have there be known as the car that automatically like goes off the roads and sends you Dukes of Hazzard into to a crossing guard. Jesus, that's just nothing good from that, man. Bentley's going to have to come out and say no.
This is the young picture of Mr. What was his last name?
Is that Kurt Villani?
That's Kurt, right? That's Kurt, but that's not him at the time of his death. This is Kurt at the time of his death. So if someone was saying it wasn't him, it is definitely him.
Why are they showing the younger picture of Kurt Villani and not the
I don't understand
picture?
that way, but that one was with his son. That picture is actually cropped out him and his kid, who was 14 or 15 at the time, who is now 26. So you're talking about 12 years ago versus now. And so that is him. That is definitely him.
Who's Gail Villani and who's Monica Villani? That's why I keep getting confused on who's who.
From what I'm reading, Gail's the wife.
I've not heard who's Monica's the wife.
Yeah, because like this is what Gail and because according to this article,
does she have a middle name?
It doesn't say. It just says Kurt and this is the headline: Kurt and Gail Villani, Grand Island, New York. Guise lumber owners died in Rainbow Bridge explosion in Niagara Falls. That's what it says. That's the headline,
that's
right?
One of them.
But then they mention Monica
yeah.
Villani and car accident.
And then in one article I'm reading, it's saying Kurt P. Villani's father, Kurt M. Villani, died in August of last year. The couple is survived by Kurt's mother, Gail, and their two children, Kurt Jr. and Mia.
Mia, yeah.
So Mia died in the car crash?
No.
Then who's Monica Villani?
That's a very good question.
That's what I'm trying to figure out because there's two names floating, Gail and Monica, and I'm trying to figure out who's who.
Because the same article that I just read, Kurt and Monica Villani, both 53 from Grand Island.
Yeah, because I have two conflicting reports.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm going to go with, I'm seeing Monica more than I'm seeing Gail.
Yeah, okay, so here's the first one. This is coming from SNBC. This is from Canadian news source, right? This is the headline that they said. Like I said, I read it before. If you want to bring it up, I got it.
Hang on.
And then I got to show you the one from the Independent. So that's the one that we're looking at now, right? Mentions Gail, right there, Gail. Now the other one, as I said, doesn't mention Gail. It mentions Monica, and this is coming from U.S. source, the Independent.
Okay.
Right. So down in here,
so this
it mentions Monica Villani.
So we'll go to the police report then. That's what we'll go on. This, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the police report says that it is Monica.
Okay.
So it is Monica Villani, but not Gail Villani. So
but they are from Grand Island, New York.
Because isn't Guise over in the Canada side? Or Guise or whatever?
I think it's on the other side.
So he goes back and forth between Buffalo, New York, and Canada. Then I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them do that up in that area. I was trying to see if I'm going down rabbit holes over here. That's why I was looking down. But what are the capabilities of OnStar? I'm just thinking. I'm trying
a
to
few things.
see.
OnStar is navigation mainly.
OnStar can lock your vehicle. It can keep
Right.
the engine from being started. So, my question is, if they have that ability to control the electronics in your vehicle, correct?
Mhm.
Do you think they could control anything else in it?
Well, I have no doubt they can have some sort of a
Yeah.
control issue to it. I think the bigger is a why.
Mhm.
That is the bigger thing. And I think what will end up happening is that you won't hear anything more about it. If there was something, okay, let's say this. Here's my conspiracy to put into the hat. Suppose he had something going on with the US government because of his interactions with the Canadian side versus the American side. And he was
Mhm.
making something happen between him and the companies over in Canada, and the mayor of New York didn't like it. She didn't want, the governor didn't like it. And so eventually that's why there's nothing to see here. They took him out. His case is closed. No, we're done. But the Canada side is still going because his business is still open.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wonder if
They're saying it was a
something
faulty
else
gas
going on.
pedal, by the way. That's what they're claiming. It's a faulty gas pedal.
So
the
many-
friends
What was
say.
you saying? I couldn't hear it.
who?
You?
No, I said, what if that's the case, that he had something against the government? Like if there was something going on there that they won't talk about because, and that'd be now. This happened in a day ago, 2 days ago, right? We're in the 24th. Yeah, so 2 days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've already done all your investigation in 2 days.
He was
You
going
got-
to a Kiss
You
concert.
got everything done. That's it. You know
Mhm.
everything in 2 days. So you can't figure out the motives for a school shooter in less than a month. But a car flies into a passing and at a checkpoint at the border. In a day and a half, you've gotten all the information to say nothing to see here.
According to Harry, yeah, apparently.
Dang. Okay, well, I guess they put all their resources there.
Yeah.
You said 2 days ago?
I thought this happened on the 22nd. That's what
Hold
the date
on.
on the camera says. When I look at the camera, yeah, 11/22/23.
Yeah,
That's 2 days ago.
Mhm.
So technically, it's only a day and a half of research they've had. One was a holiday.
And no
So they
government
worked
agency
during the holiday to
runs.
figure this
Yeah.
out. Bang.
There was something funny that it goes back to the picture why they showed like him as young, but then they showed this this picture of his wife, but she's like old.
Oh,
Like, take a look at this. It
What
did
is up
her
with
dirty,
that?
man.
Ooh.
Because apparently that's the wife, and this is him.
That's yeah, they did her dirty.
Because like this is because you look at the original picture, and then that, yeah, I don't know
I'm confused.
who's who, man. Who's who?
Like I'm genuinely confused at this point.
No.
Monica, where did you send said video? You said check the video you sent, but you're not saying to where thou sentest it.
Yeah, you gotta tell me where to check it.
Please, where to checketh it from, please.
It's weird.
I just don't understand how you can do that quickly when Canada still has their investigation going on, especially if it's a joint thing. One was coming from one. You would assume that, hey, you'd get with me, see what I have. I get with you, see what you have. But for me to just close my end and be done, like, boom, like, really? We can't access it from there. Just inbox me on Messenger. Can't access it from the chat. So the thing about this whole issue is that what triggered me to look at it was how quickly they said they figured it out.
Yeah, that's a little sus.
That's the biggest red flag to me is how quickly you said you were done with investigations, especially after how suddenly it happened. and all of a sudden you know who he is, what he worked, all that stuff, but you can't do that for an actually essential case. It takes you eons to figure stuff out for an essential case, but this one day, and the case is closed. We're done.
Okay, so he was going from Canada to New York, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He was going to a Kiss concert, but there was
That's
a
what they
Kiss
say.
so the concert was actually in Toronto that day. Now I'm looking at this and it's saying when you go and look up the event, it goes event canceled. Unfortunately, the event organizer has had to cancel this event.
And what day?
So
22nd?
yeah, on the 22nd of November. That's what I'm reading right now. And it said that he was going from Canada to New York to go to a Kiss concert. This is what we were told. But the actual concert was in Canada. So why was he going from Canada to New York for a concert when the concert was still in Canada?
He forgot his tickets in New York?
I don't know. That's the question. So was he going from Canada to New York or New York to Canada? Which way was he going?
No one knows and no one cares because the case is closed now.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, questions.
They
Man.
did this with
Something
quite a
fishy.
few. They did this with quite a few other cases that we realized that later on they were trying to hide something.
Mm-hmm.
You realize how quick they closed the
Yeah.
JFK files, right? When he got
Yeah.
here? Okay. They was hiding something, wouldn't they? They were hiding something then. I'm just, like again, deductive logic here. Deductive logic. That's all we're working on here.
And I mean,
Go ahead.
Niagara Falls. I'm just looking at Niagara Falls to Toronto is an hour plus drive, almost a 2-hour drive.
Mhm.
Like so, something's not adding up here.
Exactly. It's not making no sense. I mean, you can't even see the concert like on the event calendar. It just says it was canceled that day on the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
But he was going to a Kiss concert. But there wasn't a concert in New York. It was in Toronto. That's
Okay.
where
The man who lived in New York State had planned to attend a Kiss concert in Canada. But when it was canceled, went to a casino in the U.S. instead. Investigators believe the crash occurred after the couple left the casino.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. So apparently this couple was very well-to-do. They were very well off in the area, right? So they were a rich family, but they've had run-ins with different tax laws and then also a lawsuit with other companies. Namely, there was a boating thing that happened where I guess they misrepresented a boat, and he's like, "I'm going to sue for damages," and they did that. So to me.
Okay, this gets crazy. You ready for this part?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Oh my gosh, bro. All right. I can't believe what I'm reading, but hey, a photo of the crash scene shows little left of the car, which Hochul said disintegrated except the engine.
Mm.
That doesn't
Doing
happen.
70? No, dude. No.
Okay. Now look, if we go back to the video, does it look like the car disintegrated on impact? It didn't to me. What about to you guys? It looked like a crash. That's what it looked like.
I think we need to compare car crashes.
Bro,
That's the
they
only
had a
thing we can
lady
do.
just the other day ran into a wall at 100 miles an hour. The car didn't disintegrate.
Yeah.
Killed two people. She lived, and she was going literally 105 miles an hour. Vroom.
Oh, that's what I need. I need a high-speed chase with a car that volts, right? Because apparently this thing not only like disintegrated, it caught on fire and exploded. Like specific sets of events that happened.
Sounds
right?
like the plane at 9/11.
I'm telling you, this was an assassination. Like, if we're gonna go conspiracy theory, I don't know if this is true. This is my gut feeling. This dude messed somebody up.
And
He was into something dirty. They offed him. They offed this dude. They cut his brake lines. They had if worst case scenario, they had a bomb inside of it as well. And then when it hit, it reared, it went off, it exploded. That's what happened.
Play the crash video again. I want to see something.
Okay.
Play that crash. I have something just crossed my mind, and I want to see something.
Do you want to see different videos?
No. Just
the
the close-up
one we
one.
have.
The one that you played. That was I think it was all in one video. They showed the far off, and then they zoomed in. I want to see something very specific here.
All right, I'll bring it back up.
It's very specific. When you see what I'm looking at, you'll tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm high. Okay.
All right, Savage Patriots. You guys tell us what you think
want
too
me-
in the comments.
All right.
Okay,
Here, I'll
right
do
there,
Bentley.
right there. Okay, when it zooms in, watch carefully the size of he goes off. I'll tell you when to pause it. And hold on, pause right there. Now
Yeah.
you're going 100 miles an hour, right? Do you see what kind of embankment they went up on?
It looks like a ramp.
Just a
It's-
little.
Yeah, because you can't see behind this pillar
Right.
what's there.
Okay, now watch how
definitely a
high
ramp
up he
there.
gets. Go ahead, let it go.
It
Keep
it
going.
makes it over
Yeah.
It's
that.
Clears
over the
fence.
truck. It makes
Over
it
a bunch
higher
of
than a
trucks.
truck.
Okay.
It
flip.
does
That's
a
a
flip,
That's like a 26. That's like a 16-foot box
and then
truck.
it lands on its back. I can
Mhm.
see that. So it goes, and then it
And you
lands
notice
on
that
the
they
back.
cut the camera when they could have just shown what happened next.
I wish I could see the full video.
Did it hit something in midair and then fall or what?
Because I want to see if
No.
there's another one, but it just they all have the same video. Like you see there's something there.
Show me
that
that
he
fire
hits.
one. What's that fire one?
In the world we live in today, how
This is
come
just
they
the
don't?
aftermath right there. I mean,
In the
it's
world-
gas fire. I can tell that much.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. You couldn't see what I was saying. Sorry. I found one.
I was saying in the world we live in today, there should be more than one video. Especially think about a checkpoint. If you've ever been through a checkpoint, especially here in the Southwest, right?
Mhm.
There's cameras everywhere by those checkpoints. Everywhere. So you're telling us that that's the only video footage you have that you're just recycling on every news channel. There's got to be more. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you would have footage from every angle, from the approach of the car to the flyby of the car in midair and where it landed. You should have cameras. I mean,
Oh, here
yeah,
we
you're
go.
right.
It's a border crossing.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something about border crossing. It is the same kind of security as you do at a dam. And since I put up cameras in both locations before, I will give you a very succinct breakdown of the camera systems at both the border and high-tech dams and security sections. Listen carefully to how they do it. You have to have a camera almost every 100 feet, and you have to have a cross-section overlapping every angle possible, because you have to track every letter in the ID on that tag on the car.
Mm-hmm.
So you have at least, if you have, say you have like 4 columns of cars to pass through, you have to have an angle, one corner. On the poles behind it, you have to have cameras pointing straight and pointing down, pointing out and pointing down. At every corner, you have to have at least 4 angles on each location for each car.
Okay.
So you're talking about somewhere in the region of 50 to 60 cameras that you could have at a border crossing.
Yeah, I got one
Okay,
for you.
so don't give me this about, oh, we didn't have the, trust me, they have the angle somewhere.
Hey, and how far out do those cameras start being placed? Like, how far out from that checkpoint would you
So
start?
from the checkpoint at the gate itself, you
Yeah.
have the first pole is usually about 60 feet away, and then you have another one that's sometimes 100 feet away. The 60 point has one facing away from the point and one facing into it. So like I said, if this is the pole here, you have cameras facing like that, and you have cameras facing like this.
This video is actually going to be really good for your point, by the way. So it's a very similar situation, sort of. Why don't we see an angle like this from
Because
that
it's there,
checkpoint?
but they don't want to show it.
So
Okay,
here's
here it
here's
comes.
a yeah.
Didn't disintegrate.
Nope.
And it's probably going about what, 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour?
No, that was about
I would-
75 there, easily
Yeah.
75.
Right. So similar crash. Here's another one from this one's going even further. This is from a high-speed chase, right? Bring it up. Here you go. Check this out. High-speed chase.
The car doesn't seem to be disintegrated.
Yeah. I thought I had the video, but here's the video. Here's the video right here. is he comes up from here and he smashes into this car here. And he was doing at least 100.
Still no disintegration.
No.
I'm sorry, but this whole idea of the car just basically disintegrated. Remember that video I showed you with the explosion and then it was nothing?
Yeah.
If you watch it, it just exploded, right? Now,
Yeah,
those
exploded.
things don't just have gas running through them.
Mm-hmm.
Those little hubs that you see the guys just hanging out in, if you crash into it, it doesn't just blow up. So one of two things are true here. He was clean, the car just lost control, and boom, everything just blew up, and now there's nothing left. Don't worry, nothing.
Yeah,
is
just
here.
everything exploded.
Or the car blew up because it was intended to blow up and have nothing left. Or they have stuff left, they just don't want to tell you, because if they did tell you, then it would be something that they would have to explain.
I gotta find another video because I need to show you the difference between that and the car bomb.
Something's not adding up.
The math isn't mathing, is it?
No, it's not math.
The math.
There's
Considering
something
how
there.
robust these Bentleys look. I mean, that it takes
Yeah.
more than just
Okay.
Dukes of Hazzard style
How
stuff.
heavy is a Bentley? How heavy is a Bentley? Or how big is it? You know, because I'm trying to, for it to get that height and that distance, how, you know, what's it made of? Well, it's made of.
It's 2,500 pounds.
Does it have enough gas to make it explode?
I mean, it's
Probably a 25-gallon tank.
no, not for that. Doesn't seem like.
You know what's funny? Again, every time. I know we act like if, some things are impossible to believe. Okay. They're supposed to make certain information about cars accessible to the public. One of them is the crash tests results, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to make that public.
Mm-hmm.
Explain this to me, please. Look at this. You hear that clicking?
Rating.
It won't go there.
What's great now?
Oh.
Pictures are fine. Recalls are fine. Nothing. You can't click on the crash rating. Okay, let's go to 2021. Oh, look.
Same deal.
No crash rating. 2023. Oh, look. No crash rating.
Wait, can you go to another reputable car just to do a variable test? Like,
All right. Let's
do Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce.
I know
crash
I'll do it
rating.
in real time so people can think I'm not, lying around. So just do another Bentley. Do a different Bentley. Let's go with.
Yeah, I got a video here. It shows like apparently the moment of explosion.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to have me pick one.
I need to find some more examples of.
Let's go with this one. And we want safety. No crash rating.
Interesting.
You're trying to tell me no Bentley has ever had a crash rating? None.
I can't believe that.
Look, y'all people get me. You got me crazy.
Yeah, they know what they did. They know what they did.
Come on now, people. Come on now. He may not have been a part of a terrorist cell group, but that doesn't mean they're not going to throw that out later.
Yeah, they know that people like us and many other citizens are going to dig deep. They know this.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to look at the crash rating. They're going to look at, okay, it disintegrated. How fast does it have to go? Or what does the impact have to be for a whole car to disintegrate? Yeah, disintegrate. What the
Yeah.
heck?
So
A laser beam from Mars hit it or something?
here, bring up the video real quick. I'm going to show you. That's like 10 seconds, right? So after this, the car goes, and that's where they say the moment of explosion was.
That's
there.
what I showed you. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right. So that's what they're claiming was the explosion point, and they're saying that's what was left of it.
Okay. Go back.
That
Go
right
back.
there.
Stop right there. I want you guys to understand something. You see that little black thing on the top left of that booth? You see that booth? You see? No. Go over to the left. That right there. You know what that's? You know what that is?
There's the camera.
That's a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one. Okay, so you see the top just past that line, underneath that beam that goes across those two little dots above there.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
No, on the big
There's
beam
camera there.
behind it. There's a
There's
camera
there.
right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if you go to that far corner where the little cone is on the ground, far
Oh,
left,
it's on the ground?
all the way straight up
There's
that wall.
another camera.
That's another camera over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember, I told you that's what they had, about 4 or 5 different angles, and this one's a 360 camera
Mhm.
with a fisheye lens.
Mm.
Okay, look. I did this for 17 years. Okay, trust and believe me. I know when I see a camera what it's supposed to do and how far it reaches out. Okay, that camera is probably at least a 12 megapixel camera, which means it can read any license plate from about 80 feet away. And it's
Mhm.
usually probably about 3 MPs that it's coming in. So the frame rate is really good. There's no drop off. You cannot have a poor frame rate when you're at the border either, because you have to identify when a man's reaching into his backpack, how quickly
Mhm.
he's doing it, and you can't do it with a frame rate like it's stop motion.
Mhm.
So do not hand me this crap about you don't have the angle. You have the angle, you don't want to show us.
There's something not right, man.
Anybody remember this from that car bomb that happened a few years ago for the alley of Putin? Remember,
Mhm.
she was like a mouthpiece for that. And I want you to see the difference between like the car bomb stuff like that. Even with a car bomb, it doesn't necessarily take out
There's no
everything.
disintegration, man. Come on.
It's
No,
not dis-
they're
there's no
full of crap.
disintegration there.
Except for the engine of all things, that's the main place that's going to explode. Come on now.
Yeah. So like that, and that's from an actual car bomb.
Come on now. Okay, I'm gonna be the first to say what I think has happened. And I don't care who calls me crazy and call me conspiracy kook. Perfect. I'm good with that title. I think the whole he had some dirt on somebody from doing a business deal between, and I wouldn't be surprised if Trudeau is involved in this. I'm not even lying.
I was gonna say.
Wouldn't be surprised if Trudeau is involved in this. He had some sort of dealing somewhere along the lines with one of those two people, either Hochul or Trudeau. He didn't want to pay up what he had to pay up, or he didn't want to shut up when he was supposed to shut up, or didn't want to do what they told him to do. And they had to find a way to get rid of him. A car does not just disintegrate from flying 100 miles an hour into the air and landing or just blowing up. That's not how this works, especially a car as well built as a Bentley. And the fact that you don't want to show me the test results from the crash tests, and the second thing that you don't want to show me every angle possible, when you have multiple angles, including behind, before, and in between, you are lying to me, and I cannot trust you. You're lying to me.
Marlon, check the chat. Or Coy, check the chat.
Which
I just said so.
I got it.
I was
All
trying
right,
to find
let's
a
do it. I'm
crash.
bringing it up right now.
Thank you, Shannon. It's my friend Shannon. She's watching. She sent it.
All right, let's do this.
10 miles an hour. That's a Bentley.
20,
20 miles an hour.
30,
Mm-hmm.
Took the thing clean off.
50. The front isn't still in gone. 80.
100.
They're built solid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these are not the ones I'm looking for.
160. Still not.
I'm not seeing disintegration here.
No explosion either.
I mean,
There's an
that'll
explosion.
explode it
Yeah.
right there.
That's
but-
probably as close,
Mm-hmm.
but no disintegration. Thank you, Shannon.
All I'm saying is this. If you want me to believe that all of a sudden, if you say you wanted people
I got one
to,
for you.
this could be the other thing. They want people to believe that we will run with the conspiracy theory that it was a terrorist attack and have the right wing come across as crazy. They
Mhm.
can easily see us doing that. And like Harry
Yeah.
pointed out, Fox News probably did that. I have no doubt, but I don't always follow Fox News anyway, so Harry doesn't have
Yeah.
a point. Let's just make sure Harry's not the smartest tool in the smartest person in the room, nor is he the sharpest tool in the shed or the brightest bulb or a working bulb in the box. So
Mhm.
let's be clear about something. A car doesn't do what they say it does,
Mhm.
especially just leaving the engine just there. Secondly, you don't have cameras everywhere, which you're lying to me. You have multiple angles and you're only showing enough to keep the public uninterested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then you're trying to tell me that you closed the case in a day and a half with a holiday included.
That's right.
You are lying every which way to try and cover something while we may not know what you're covering. You covering something.
Yeah.
Every
Smell it.
aspect of this thing is telling me that you're lying to me on some way, shape, form, or fashion, because there is no way. And I understand the FBI might be good. All right, you are specifically great. But if the car did blow up and that was, disintegrated, as you say, IDing would be difficult. And if you did find the car and then you come to the conclusion that nothing, you mean you had time to check their background, check what they were doing, check everything in their life, see what kind of influences they had, check their social media platforms, check all of that in a half a day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll give you props. You're the best investigatory group on the planet. There is no way anything should elude you. In fact, child kidnapping cases should be solved within a day. Okay, the Epstein thing should have been solved in half a day. All right, if you can get to this kind of information this quickly, yeah, you deserve a medal, and every case should be closed right now because you're wasting time. Then, if you're telling me it takes you months to figure stuff out, you're lying to me.
Yeah.
Right, one of two things. You can't be this quick on one case and then be like a snail the next. You investigated Donald Trump for what, 4 years? And you continue finding piece. But in a 12-hour session, you found the man's history, what happened to the car, all the recalls, the nothing happened here. And in come on, man, shut up. You lying to me. You're lying to me.
Like my little conspiracy theory, Spidey senses are going off, and here's my theory. Has something to do this, if it is what we say it is or what we assume it is, has something to do with human and child trafficking. This is what I think. And this business could have been a front for it from one side of the border to the other. Now, if you look at what's starting to trend slowly again, Pizzagate, right? So think about it, and it's kind of crazy how all this is just happening around the same time. So my conspiracy theory brain is telling me, okay, there's a guy with a lot of money. He had a front in one country that was probably moving lumber to another country, but it was involved in a lot of this, human trafficking stuff, and someone had to tie up some loose ends. I don't know. I'm just
I sent it. I gotta find it though. They recently put out a hit on Eric Adams. Did you see it?
Yes. Yeah. I told you if he didn't come in line, they'd keep upping the ante, right?
Yeah, but
He ain't turned
he's
around
also-
yet. Okay.
He's also in New York too.
Yeah. And you know what? He started. What did the case next is that he was sexually assaulting somebody, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
But
So
then
you either shapes up or you shut up.
I could have swore that we talked about something like that. Something's going to come up, and they're going to.
Yeah,
we did.
We
Right?
called it.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
This is another Bentley, by the way.
Oh, so they
Still
don't
no
disintegrate.
Oh,
So we
And it hit several cars apparently going at a higher rate of
cars,
speed.
other explosive devices. Yeah.
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 Okay.
It looked like, did it hit that fire hydrant? Probably, because it's so close to it.
Yeah. Y'all high, man. Y'all high if you believe this thing just happened.
Exactly.
Just randomly happened.
But we've said on this show many times how critical thinking is lacking in America. Do not, and we said it 2 shows ago, last show, do not believe what these people are telling you.
Yeah.
They lie so much. They lie. So any major story that comes out of their mouth, don't believe it. Do your own research, come up to your own conclusion, and believe what you think it is. Who cares what they say? You believe what you want.
Right. The moral of the story is don't be like Headline Harry.
No, don't be like
So
that.
apparently, reading into this Eric Adams thing, they both worked for the transportation, the transit police. Yeah.
Okay.
Eric
hang on.
Adams and Villani.
No. I'm talking about.
Look
the
at this
person.
real quick, okay? I did a little search here. Watch this crazy thing, right? Y'all can see that pretty good. Okay, Rainbow Bridge explosion causes U.S. border closing, right? That's 11/22. By 11/23, FBI ends investigation on car wreck at Niagara Falls.
During Thanksgiving?
The day before, they had to get a break.
Yeah. It took them a day. Yeah,
Not
a day.
even a day. Not even a day.
And the average American, the average citizen, not just in America, is going to believe that. Oh, yeah, they did their investigation. That's all good. Let's go back. No. It doesn't work like that.
The same FBI who says
It doesn't work like that. They can fool y'all. They're not fooling us, and people like us. They're not fooling us.
Hey, Marlon, bring up the article, Axios. there's two things on this that I just saw. So you got this happened yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, this came out. It's the day after that the FBI is like, nah, nothing to see here about
Mm-hmm.
that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on in the world at the exact same time today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that. Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Respiratory virus in China, not to be a novel pathogen.
Yeah,
They're
but
talking about that
Stupid
new-
I just people need to
new thing.
really, really pay attention to what they watch on the news. You know, at first they were saying it was a car explosion. They were throwing all this stuff out. They can assume anything they want and put it out to the masses to cause hysteria. You know, they can just throw it out there and then they can retract it and people won't bat an eye. Okay, they retract their story. No, it doesn't work like that, man. These investigations can't be done in 24 hours. There's no way. They have to talk to a lot of people, a lot. There's no way they did it in 24 hours. And
None.
someone said in the chat earlier, if the car disintegrated, how did they even identify the body?
The engine, the engine type.
Oh, yeah,
What?
yeah, the engine.
The engine
What?
identifies the bodies.
Yeah, they identify the bodies. I'm sorry, I went back on the Eric Adams thing. So he's been accused of doing this 30 years ago. Why is it always 30 years ago?
The number 3.
If you know, you
But-
know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. You better study numerology because the number 3 is very significant in a lot of things. But
all I know is this is lies. This is all lies, man. That's all I can say.
But we're supposed to believe it, right? Marlon and I was talking earlier in backstage about how it's getting harder to fool a certain amount of people in the world. And I'm not trying to go into a religious topic, but I'm saying this isn't just coincidence. A lot of us are seeing these things. This is at a whole nother level that we don't understand. But we are seeing things for what they really are. And if you see it, congratulations. You're not buying into the propaganda. You're not buying into the veil of deceit that we've been just focusing on for the last, I don't know how many years since I was a young adult paying attention to what's going on. I fell for it. But now there's no way. There's no way they're going to fool me with this stuff. So don't be afraid to voice your opinion. And if it looks like bull crap, call it out.
Someone said there was smoke everywhere. Rainbow Bridge explosion witness says car turned into a ball of flames as it flew into the air after speeding towards the border.
Okay, so that other photo isn't the Kurt Villani that you're looking at. The other photo is from a guy that was 72 that died in 2022.
But did it happen to look exactly the same?
I mean, they were probably family members, but yeah, they're totally different people.
Okay.
Maybe they're trying to Kenny to them.
Yeah, it was his son. So Kurt is survived by his son, Kurt P. So Kurt P is his son. So the other guy that photo was from
What?
From his dad. That's his dad, not him.
Kurt's dad?
Yeah.
So
Kurt's
who
dad.
died in the crash? Kurt's dad died in the crash, correct?
No.
Kurt died.
Kurt
died.
He married an old woman. He just married an old woman.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I have the news article for the obituary. That's why I was like looking at it. But
Dang,
yeah,
you got an
that's-
obituary?
like,
They didn't waste no time, did they?
yeah.
They got everything moving. Let's see what this video says.
Yeah. Look at the dramatics. Sensationalist.
Yeah, I see the smoke. They're gonna say that was water. It's mist, because it's a wet road. That's water following it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's myths.
All I know is this, people.
Mhm.
A car does not just disintegrate. Oh, good to have more stuff.
Yo, call Steve. Tell him to come back.
And he was flying over 100 miles an hour, hit the fence, went flying up into the air. I think there was a elevation part. He went up into the air, and we just seen the fireball, and that's all we could see. It was just
What? No.
What fireball?
What
Again,
fireball
anything
is
can
he?
change.
The car.
There
The
is
car
no
was on
sign
fire as it flew.
Terrorist activity.
Was
with
it?
respect to the-
That's what the
Are we-
witnesses are saying.
Hey, if they said it, hey,
Now listen, watch how she says this. This is fun. Watch how she says this. Watch.
smoke everywhere.
And again, anything can change. There is no sign of terrorist activity.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that? What did she say?
Anything can
Anything
change.
can. I want to make sure I leave this completely open for whenever we need to change the story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here you go. Another picture of the
Okay.
crash.
All right, buddies. That's
Yeah,
basically.
Wait,
He
we all
didn't
saw
call-
that. We all saw that video, right? There was no mid-air fireball. It was just
No.
what is it?
So that is not a normal crash. I am sorry. Even if he
No.
vaulted through that, even if the entire gas tank exploded. That doesn't happen. I know. If you've ever seen a car fire, even if it's on fire, I filmed one of those before. That doesn't happen. It just burns down and then that's it.
Yeah.
And it leaves the wreck. Like this wreckage is not normal.
That's crazy.
There's not even a frame. Do you see the frame?
Mm-hmm. There's part of it right there, and then there's another part over here. So apparently, it hit and just disintegrated, as they said, into multiple pieces.
The crazy part is that the car was intact when it took off. There was nothing. So, what did it hit that could possibly have disintegrated it? Nothing. I don't see anything it could have hit right there because if it
No.
would have hit the shack right there, the shack would have been demolished. So, what did it hit in order for them to say the car disintegrated? This is why it makes sense.
That building's intact.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
intact.
Okay.
It didn't
too many
disintegrate on
questions.
impact. It didn't disintegrate when it hit the ground.
And it didn't disintegrate when it was flying through the air.
No, it didn't disintegrate. It wasn't a fireball when it flew through the air.
Yeah.
That's why I think something's
Even
not
okay,
right.
even I look, I understand. Even with lithium, even if that were the case, it does not melt the entire car
Mm-mm.
Leaving
when
the
it explodes.
engine.
And it was not that type of car. It wasn't an electric one either.
They
So
don't come out with
no,
electric
the
cars.
concept behind this whole thing, if you are going to tell me that the speed and the impact caused the car to implode to the point of disintegration, whatever it hit had to join it.
Mm-hmm.
The door is still
And I don't
attached.
see
The roof is
anything.
still on there. The building walls are still up. I want my house to be built like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want my faith in
And
whatever
do-
I have to be just like that building. Can withstand a car going 100 miles an hour, disintegrating on it, and just standing strong, saying, "I'm still here." That's what I want.
And you don't see, like I said, the shack, the windows aren't busted out.
Nothing.
You
Nothing.
know, if something exploded, if for those of us that have been around
Yeah.
car bombs and explosions, it blows out every dang thing. Anything around there would have been blown out.
Yeah, and one of the things that they said is like eyewitnesses that were there says it was a massive explosion. So that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
No,
it doesn't.
So here, I got some more photos to bring up that I've just found.
Pieces everywhere.
Yeah,
There should still be like
There's
cameras
the
all
engine.
over the place.
that's the engine.
That's reminds me like
Okay, where's-
Hulk. You know the movie Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. When
Yeah.
he just picked out the engine and tossed it at a Humvee.
Yeah.
So the rest
on,
of the
man.
car is just
Was he doing 200 miles an hour? Did that and then just like
yeah.
exploded? No.
Yeah.
The engine's like, I'm out of here. Whoop. It just popped up. That makes no sense at all. Something's not right.
Yeah, none of this makes sense, man. I think there's more things that we're not.
Okay,
don't know.
look at the building. Is that where the car landed? Go back to that picture, please,
Oh,
real
sorry.
quick. I'm trying to figure something out real quick. Marlon was talking about cameras,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to see. I asked
We
if
get-
that was
yeah, there-
where the
there's-
car. That's where the car, not that one.
This one here.
This one, is that where the car landed? That's its final
That's what
landing.
they're
spot.
trying to tell us. Yes.
Okay, do you see? There's
Yes,
a camera
right above the
Okay,
right
there's
above,
one.
right up there. There's a camera
Okay.
right there.
That's why I'm asking that. So we should
Yeah,
be able
there-
to see footage from that camera that shows
Yes.
right there. But they're
Has
not.
the
showing.
FBI
362, by the way.
subpoenaed all this footage too, or no?
Okay, here I got another one.
No, the case is closed now. Remember they did the investigation.
They closed
There's
it, man.
nothing to
It's not a
look
big
into
deal.
anymore.
They're gonna bleach bid everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now remember,
it's
okay,
apparent.
so if they didn't use a 360 fisheye, let's say they didn't do that, and they used just a 90-degree, a 90-degree would still pick up from where it is everything in that vicinity coming into that zone. So
Mhm.
you still have footage from that side of the railing. Come on now.
Now, is there a camera up there? I'm trying to see. There's one right there. I'm trying to see like how close, because they're only showing us this angle far away. I'm trying to see. There had
It's
to
on
be a camera
purpose.
like,
That's
and there
on
had to be a camera watching. Of course, they're going to watch those shacks, those guard shacks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a camera
Yeah,
watching that
there's
thing.
part of the car there, and there's part of the car there.
You see it right there on top, the far end of the shack. You see it there?
Mhm.
That
Oh, I see
second
it.
pole.
Yep,
There's
I
a
see
camera
it.
right on top there.
But what made it split? Do you see anything it could have hit? None of those barriers are moved.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
There's
to even
nothing.
Split it in
That
half.
pole's not. Nothing's wrong with that pole. And the shack, if it hit the shack should have been demolished at that speed.
Are there any
Should have
char
knocked it
marks
down.
that you've seen too? Because I'm not seeing any sort of char marks or anything like that, burn marks or
nothing.
anything like that.
Nothing.
That's one of the cleanest explosions I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, that man screwed up big time. Whatever he did,
Don't mess
whatever
with
he
Holcomb.
did, they made sure to get him gone,
Mhm.
like he's gone.
Yeah, there's a
All the
laser
cameras were-
beam.
Okay, look, all the cameras were down for maintenance, but the lonely one decided to be in there.
Mhm.
The
Like you know,
lone camera.
like Epstein. You remember when Epstein, all the cameras just happened to be taking a vacation
Yeah.
too?
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Ain't that something?
And look,
Mhm.
okay, another question. Were there any other injuries
Just the
besides
two.
the two deaths? Okay, again, I'm going back to the guard shack. Usually someone's posted up in there.
Thank you.
Mhm.
They're constantly posted up in there.
Yeah.
No one, if someone was in there, wouldn't that injury be okay? I'm just saying, you know,
No. He
shit,
had on
FBI.
a
I'm only kidding.
He had on a bomb-proof vest. Is what he had on.
Oh,
He had on,
Bomb
yeah, he had on his
vest.
bat suit that day. It was a
Okay,
bat
yeah,
suit.
yeah. Okay, I get it. I'm
There's
just
New
He
York
was
Border Patrol
frozen
guard.
that day. Where is my super suit? He had it on so he couldn't get damaged. You know.
can we go back to? I want to see, because can we see that? No, we can't see the guard check, can we? I was trying to see if there's anybody standing just in the area, because if the car exploded, the amount of force from that explosion and the amount of debris that would have flew off that vehicle, there would have
Yeah,
been
so
more
do-
injuries.
They said it was one dude. One dude
Okay.
got hurt.
Yeah, we saw one dude walk away.
That
as the
dude
car was
probably
coming
there.
in.
Yeah.
That dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. He had on his bulletproof vest. He was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had his.
He probably had on his
shield.
Carhartts. His had his Carhartts on. That
Oh yeah, and I heard if you wear a Carhartt, it makes you bulletproof.
yeah, and steel toe boots. He's fine.
Yeah. hmm
Like y'all are crazy, man. This look. If even I don't care what story they come up with from now on, it's all gonna be believable to me.
Yeah.
So I got
I'm
one
just
more
believe it all.
video to show you. So this is a gas tank explosion at a gas station. So I want you to see the difference.
I want to see it disintegrate here.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he got up. He was doing pretty good.
he's gone.
But the car is that's still not disintegrated.
No. It's
Still
close.
intact. Yeah. hmm
It's still not disintegrated. I don't care what you tell me. It's still not disintegrated.
Yeah.
Say what you want. You can do a lot. Like look. All I know is this: there are certain things that are physically impossible based on the story they're giving you.
hmm
Physically impossible based on the story they're handing you. Secondly, there's way too much loopholes in the story they're giving me. And you cannot tell me that you can wrap up an investigation into something that you originally thought that might have possibly been a terrorist attack, to wrap it up in 12 hours and then during a holiday, and then expect me to just be like, they're really good. They know how to do their job.
Yeah.
Not gonna
It
sell
was
me
just
on
a freak accident, man.
Not
Just
gonna
a
sell me
freak
on that.
accident. That's what they're going with. Freak accident with a rich guy
Mm-hmm.
in New York. Okay.
Yeah, you're not
Okay.
gonna sell me on that one. Sorry.
Mhm.
Try again.
Well, what they need to do is follow the money. That's why they close the investigation. They close it off so no one can investigate it. If they follow the money, it's going to give us the answer that we're looking for.
I think that's the
You know,
next
you
step.
know, you know what it probably
money.
was. He probably had dirt on Hillary Clinton because wasn't she a senator in New York?
Yep.
Mhm. You can have dirt on anybody out of New York.
hmm
Was he a donor?
No, apparently he was a registered Republican, but his wife was a registered Democrat who owned the. Apparently.
That's an
So-
oxymoron.
Sounds like a New York relationship right there, if I ever heard
That's
one.
Yeah,
an
it does, it does.
That's an oxymoron. Shame on you. I'm kidding.
So yeah, a lot of questions and no answers.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's an answer. The answer, they're lying. That's the answer right
Yes,
there.
yeah.
I don't
Somebody.
care how much they're lying, but I know they're lying enough for me to know that they're lying. That's all I need to know.
Dear FBI, this is for educational purposes only.
Dear FBI, stop lying to people and tell us the truth.
And J. Edgar Hoover, FBI, liars.
Yeah, we all know they're looking at us right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Oh, good. I want them to look.
Hey, anyway, it's the weekend, people. Go
Mhm.
relax. I know
Yeah.
yesterday was a holiday and all that, but this is the weekend without the holiday. Go relax. We'll be
Mhm.
back Monday. Sometime next week. I'm not sure whether it's Monday or another, but we'll be discussing some more of a social issue, partially to do with TikTok. But we'll let you know about that one. But we'll be actually having some names we're gonna name when we talk about this one. I'm sure you probably guys already aware of the kind of stuff that TikTok allows, but we'll be going a little bit of a deeper dive too. So don't forget to check out the rest of our videos. And then next week, Saturday, is our next Rumble event. And so in the meantime, in between time, go to the merch shop, get your merch. Make sure you go back to the website, our YouTube site, and make sure you just rewatch all the videos, get our numbers up there.
Yeah.
And we'll catch up with you guys on Monday. Too Strong will be on in 45 minutes. Don't miss it. We'll be talking about Hillary Clinton and her associate with Podesta that got arrested for child trafficking video stuff. We have some interesting takes on that one, so don't miss that one. And the Hooch is on Sunday at 6.
Yep, Sunday 6.
That's right.
We're going to talk about the army being so desperate that they went to sponsor anime conventions.
That's about the only action you guys are going to get anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I got my DD-214. I'm good.
In any event, we'll catch you guys on Monday, and don't be a stranger to the channel. Mr. Lee,
Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you Monday.
peace. We out.
War.